In the opening scenes, in Tallinn, an elderly priest with a white beard and his young niece are looking at a red bicycle as a possible Christmas gift. The girl says she doesn't want red but wants to wait and get a blue bicycle instead. The priest says that nothing is certain in life and Christmas is a long time away. Maybe she will get it, and maybe she won't. The bicycle shopkeeper makes a phone call. A white van stops in front of a Danish train station where a blue bicycle is chained to a post. Two hooded men get out, cut the chain, put the bicycle into the van, and drive away. Marcus is a soldier in Afghanistan. He calls his wife, Emma, who says that their daughter Mathilde's bicycle was stolen at the train station and now the family car won't start. Emma and Mathilde walk to the train station. Otto and Leonard are at work presenting a worthless algorithm that they claim can be used to predict future events. Otto says that all events are products of a series of preceding events, but because we often have insufficient data, we categorize events as coincidences. Their bosses aren't impressed and fire them.
Der en sammenhæng.
Den tidligste, den fandt en af mine rigtig store kæpheste. Lad mig føre ud af den.
As Otto is riding the train home, he notices a tattooed man in the same car. Then he sees another man get up, throw a sandwich and drink in the trash, and exit the train. Mathilde and Emma get on the train. It is crowded, so Otto insists that Emma have his seat. The train then slams into another train which rakes the right side of the train car and kills Emma. Marcus returns home to console his grieving daughter. Mathilde and Marcus find it difficult to come to terms with the tragedy, causing strain in their relationship. Mathilde thinks her father needs grief counseling, but he refuses. Otto goes to the police, suggesting that the accident was actually planned. The police ridicule him, and his thoughts on the accident are dismissed. Otto and Leonard track down Marcus at his home to inform him that the train accident wasn't a coincidence, but was a planned murder to eliminate a key witness, the tattooed man, Eagle, who was about to give evidence against the head of the Riders of Justice motorcycle gang. Otto's hacker friend Emmentaler uses facial recognition software to identify the suspicious man who left the train seconds before the accident as an Egyptian from Cairo. Otto and Leonard make Emmentaler lower the threshold of facial recognition to 95% and look for matches with Danish addresses. The person with the highest percentage match in Denmark is Pal Olesen. Otto says he recognizes him from the train. Otto, Leonard and Emmentaler go to see Marcus. Leonard is fascinated with Marcus's huge barn and asks that they go there to discuss the findings. They tell Marcus that Pal Olesen is the brother of Kurt, Tandem, Olesen, president of Riders of Justice, and that the tattooed man on the train who was also killed in the wreck was about to testify against him. The group goes to Pal's house, intending to interrogate him for information about the accident, but he pulls a gun on them. They start to leave, but Marcus loses control and kills Pal out of anger. Leonard enters the house to dispose of the evidence, and sees a young Ukrainian boy, Bodashka, naked and gagged, but says nothing and leaves him there. At home, Mathilde and her boyfriend try to get Marcus to speak to a crisis psychologist about his grief and violent behavior, but he refuses. He sees on the news that Kurt Olesen was not convicted because the witness, the Eagle, died in the train crash. Kurt says that he is sorry that his brother Pal was murdered but celebrates his acquittal anyway. Marcus summons Otto, Leonard, and Emmentaler to the barn and tells them to get all the information they can dig up about Riders of Justice. He plans to avenge his wife. Otto agrees to get the information but says they won't kill anybody. Mathilde sees Marcus and his group leaving the barn together. She recognizes Otto as the man on the train and questions her father as to who they are. Leonard lies and explains that they are actually a therapy group attempting to help her father with his trauma. Leonard offers to be Mathilde's therapist. He has seen 25 psychologists in 40 years and knows all of the terminology. Mathilde pours her heart out to him. It becomes obvious that Leonard has been sexually abused in a barn. The riders torture Bodashka for information, leading to their identification of Emmentaler. The riders attempt to drive by shooting on Marcus and his group when they go to Emmentaler's apartment for some better computer monitors. But Marcus is able to kill the attackers and rescue Bodashka, who was handcuffed in the car. Marcus collects all of the attackers' automatic weapons. They all return to Marcus's house where they hide from the rest of the Riders of Justice who are looking for them. Using sticky notes, Mathilde has been making a timeline on her bedroom wall of events relating to her mother's death. She gradually works her way back to the day her bike was stolen at the train station. This single event seems to be first in the entire chain of events that followed. Marcus, Otto, Leonard, and Emmentaler drive to a restaurant where they think Kurt and his associates are. Marcus manages to kill Kurt and 3 of the men with him. Back at Marcus's house, Otto sees Mathilde's wall with all of the events. He sees that it all started when her bike was stolen. He explains to her that there is an infinite number of moments that led to the crash, and trying to find one reason to explain it is fruitless. Bodashka explains to Leonard that Pal was not on the train that crashed because Pal and he were together and out of the country. Leonard and Otto had convinced Emmentaler to accept a less accurate facial recognition result, and the suspicious man was actually an innocent Egyptian tourist who resembled Pal, meaning that their crusade against the Riders of Justice was committed in error. The evidence they relied on was a simple coincidence that 2 men resembled each other. Upon learning this, Marcus breaks down in anger and frustration, finally lowering his stony facade and crying. The next day, the remaining riders use information from social media posts by Mathilde's boyfriend and attack the group at Marcus's house. Some of them are injured, Mathilde is taken hostage, and Marcus is disarmed by the riders. Otto, Leonard, and Emmentaler, using weapon training Marcus gave them earlier, ambush and kill the riders, saving Marcus and Mathilde. The movie flashes forward to Christmas, where the entire group have joined to celebrate and exchange presents. As Emmentaler plays a new horn, Marcus looks on. Marcus and Mathilde seem to have reconciled. Her Christmas gift is a new red bicycle. At another house, the niece from the opening scene receives Mathilde's blue bicycle as her Christmas gift from the priest.